Good morning, children. Hope you all are studying well. Today we will start a new chapter of history, and the topic is Mahavira and Buddha. Children, Mahavira and Buddha were two great people, or we can say the reformers who founded two new religions, Jainism and Buddhism. We'll learn about them, their religions and their teachings in this chapter. Okay, so now let's get started. Mahavira and Buddha. Before we start, let's see what's written here. Write down 3 things that you think of when you see a monk on the street. Children, a monk is a man who has dedicated his life to religion. A person who has chosen to leave society and devote his life to prayer and services. Here you can see the picture of a monk. Look at this picture and write what comes to your mind when you see a monk. Okay? Alright, now let's read the chapter. By the end of the Vedic period, many changes had taken place in India. Population increased and cities grew larger. Though it was an age of progress in art, music and literature, religion became complex and difficult. Many evil customs had entered into the society in the name of religion. The caste system had become very strict, and the lower castes, especially the Sudras, were not treated properly. It was during this time in the 6th century BCE that Vardhamana Mahavira and Gautama Buddha were born. They founded 2 new religions in India, Jainism and Buddhism, which later also spread to other parts of the world. So children, if you remember, in the previous chapter of history, we have learned about the Vedic age, where the society was divided into 4 castes or varnas according to their work. I hope you remember this. So what happened? By the end of the Vedic age, lot of changes took place in India. Population increased, which means number of people increased, and as a result, cities grew larger. It was no longer a small society. There was a development in the field of art, music and literature. People were progressing, but religion became very complex and difficult. People started following the caste system very strictly. They took it very seriously. In the beginning of the Vedic period, the caste system was not very strict. People of one caste could eat together with people of other castes, or even they could marry people from other castes. People could also change their caste by changing their jobs. A child born in a Brahmana family could become a Kshatriya, and similarly a person born in a Kshatriya family could become a Brahmana. So it was very simple. They did not follow this caste system very strictly. But later what happened? The caste system became very strict. People started following it very strictly. Especially the lower castes, the Sudras, were treated very badly. They were not even allowed to touch people from the upper caste. So it was during this time, when the caste system was very rigid, 2 great people, Vardhamana Mahavira and Gautama Buddha, were born. And as I said, they founded 2 new religions in India, which later spread to other parts of the world. Vardhamana Mahavira founded the religion called Jainism, and Gautama Buddha founded the religion called Buddhism. We will now discuss about them and their teachings in detail. So we will first start with Vardhamana Mahavira. Okay, Mahavira. Vardhamana Mahavira was the founder of Jainism. He was born in 540 BCE near Vaishali in Bihar. He was the son of a Kshatriya prince. He married and had a daughter and led a life of comfort. But he was affected by the difficulties and sufferings faced by the poor people in society. At the age of 30, he left home in search of truth about life and became an ascetic. Ascetic is a person who lives a very strict, disciplined life, especially for religious reasons. We call it sadhu or yogi. You all must have seen, isn't it? So what happened? Vardhamana Mahavira, the full name is Vardhamana Mahavira. As I said, he was the founder of Jainism. Jainism is a religion, okay? He was born in 540 BCE near Vaishali. Vaishali is a place which is in Bihar. He was a Kshatriya prince. He belonged to a Kshatriya caste. He had a daughter and a wife and led a very comfortable life. But when he saw the sufferings, the difficulties that the poor people faced, it made him very uncomfortable. He was very much affected by the difficulties and the sufferings faced by the poor people in the society. So, at the age of 30, he left his home, he left his family in search of truth about life, and he became an ascetic, a sadhu. Okay. Mahavira wandered from place to place in search of truth for 12 years. Finally, at the age of 42, he gained spiritual knowledge. Spiritual means religious, okay? He was then called Mahavira, the great hero, or Jina, conqueror of the self. His followers are called Jains. So, when he decided to leave his home and family and become an ascetic, he wandered for 12 years. He traveled from one place to another in search of truth for 12 years. And finally, at the age of 42, when he was 42 years old, he gained spiritual knowledge. Spiritual is something related to religion or religious beliefs. So he gained spiritual knowledge, religious knowledge. He was then called Mahavira, the great hero, or Jina. Jina means conqueror of the self. He conquered himself. And his followers, whoever followed him, were called Jains. He founded the religion called Jainism, and those who followed Jainism were called Jains. Okay. What were his teachings? Now let's see that. Teachings of Mahavira. Mahavira started to teach people, and soon he had a large following. He taught three things: right faith, right knowledge, and right behavior. These teachings are known as the three jewels. The main teachings of Mahavira was ahimsa, or non-violence. Mahavira's followers were told not to lie, steal, or kill any living being. The Jains did not want to harm any living creature, not even insects or plants. So you see children, Mahavira left his home when he was only 30 years old, and after wandering from place to place for 12 years, he finally gained spiritual knowledge. He was then 42 years old, and after he gained the religious knowledge, he started teaching and preaching his knowledge. And very soon he had a large following. A large number of people started following him. He taught his followers three things, three main things, and those were right faith, right knowledge, and right behavior. He told his people that they should have right faith. Right faith means trust, complete trust or confidence on someone or something. So people should have right faith, right knowledge, and right behavior. These teachings of Mahavira are known as the three jewels. He told his followers to be ahimsa people. Ahimsa means non-violence. He told his followers to be non-violent. Non-violent means one who doesn't harm anyone. He told his followers not to lie, not to steal, and not to kill any living being. They were not allowed to harm any living creature, not even insects or plants. So these were the main teachings of Mahavira. Here on the right side you can see the painting where we can see Mahavira preaching his followers. Alright, let's continue. Mahavira did not believe in religious ceremonies and sacrifices. According to his teachings, all people are equal and should not be divided into different castes. One should treat every living thing with respect. Soon, Jainism spread to many places. Its teachings were preached in Prakrit, which was the common language of the people. Jain temples are found in many parts of India, the most famous being the Dilwara temple in Mount Abu and the Adinath temple in Ranakpur. Jainism spread to various parts of India like Bihar, Karnataka, Odisha, Rajasthan, and Tamil Nadu. So here you see, as we read before, during the time of Gautama Buddha and Mahavira, our system was followed very strictly. But Mahavira was against this. He did not believe in any religious ceremonies and sacrifices. According to him and his teachings, everyone is equal. All people are equal and they should not be divided into any caste. He did not believe in any upper caste, lower caste system. He told people, he told his followers that we should treat every living thing with respect. We should see them equally and give them equal respect. So people, they liked his teachings. They liked whatever he taught and they believed him and whatever he said. Soon Jainism spread to many places. And Mahavira, he used to preach in Prakrit language. Prakrit is a language. Like Hindi, English is a language. Prakrit is also a language which was spoken by the people there. And so he used to teach them in Prakrit language so that everyone could understand what he was saying or what he was preaching. There are many Jain temples in many parts of India. The famous temples, if we have to say, is Dilwara temple, which is in Mount Abu, and Adinath temple, which is in Ranakpur. So Jainism, it started and then slowly spread to many parts of India like Bihar, Karnataka, Odisha, Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu. And later it spread to other parts of the world as well. Now here we have something to know. Mahatma Gandhi, the great leader and freedom fighter, was deeply influenced by Mahavira's ideas of non-violence. So see, even Mahatma Gandhi, you all know who Mahatma Gandhi was, isn't it? He is the father of our nation. He was a great freedom fighter who helped India to become free from the British rule. He was very much influenced by the ideas of non-violence which Mahavira started. So Mahatma Gandhi followed the same non-violent way to fight against the Britishers and help us to get freedom from the British rule. Children, you can see here in these two pictures the temple, the Jain temples, Adinath temple in Ranakpur and Dilwara temple in Mount Abu. These are the two Jain temples. Okay. Mahavira died at the age of 72 in 468 BCE in the small town of Pavapuri in Bihar. The Jain teachings of non-violence or ahimsa is followed by many people in India even today. So Mahavira, he finally died at the age of 72 in a town called Pavapura, which is in Bihar. He was born in Bihar and also died in Bihar. And his teaching of non-violence, ahimsa, is followed by many people even today. Even today, people follow ahimsa. One such example we just read about Mahatma Gandhi. And today, even people, when they protest against something, they protest in such a way that it doesn't harm other people or trouble other people. So there are many people who still follow ahimsa. So these were the teachings of Vardhamana Mahavira. He founded the religion called Jainism, and the people who followed Jainism were called Jains. Okay, hope you understood it well. We will talk about Gautama Buddha in the next class. Okay, till then you all keep learning, keep watching. Thank you.